Fair use is a legal doctrine that promotes freedom of expression by permitting the unlicensed use of copyright-protected works in certain circumstances. Section 107 of the Copyright Act provides the statutory framework for determining whether something is a fair use and identifies certain types of uses, such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research, as examples of activities that may qualify as fair use. Section 107 calls for consideration of the following 4 factors in evaluating the question of fair use: amount and substantiality of the portion used in relation to the copyrighted work as a whole. Under this factor, courts look at both the quantity and quality of the copyrighted material that was used. If the use includes a large portion of the copyrighted work, fair use is less likely to be found. If the use employs only a small amount of copyrighted material, fair use is more likely. That said, some courts have found use of an entire work to be fair under certain circumstances. And in other contexts, using even a small amount of a copyrighted work was determined.
Welcome to the broadcast. This is a source of information on all things related to commercial appliances. Welcome all of you that are new to commercial and those of you well-versed in this industry of ours. Your host is Mike Reed, a technician who has been in the industry for 32 years, with his beginnings working in his family's appliance business based out of the western suburbs of Chicago. Get ready for a truly interactive broadcast. Have all your questions ready and prepare yourself to truly engage with Mike and discuss ideas on all things related to commercial appliances. Without further delay, here is your host. Welcome to the
All right, here we go. Now I gotta get this off the screen. 1 second. Bam, there it is. Welcome to the show. My name is Mike Reed, and I'd like to thank you for coming. If you didn't catch the AI's intro, my name is Mike Reed. I've been in the industry since I was 15 years old. And now I'm here telling you guys how you can transition over from commercial appliance repair from residential over into commercial. Sorry about that. This show is focusing on, let me add this sucker to the stage. Hoshizaki has finally released the training schedule for the 4th quarter. Let me see if I can show this. Yeah. So hopefully this is big enough for you guys. Let me see who's all on Instagram. Nobody yet. Everybody wants to come over here because you can't see Untamed Kango. So, Garrett, what's happening? Max Tax Plus, what's up? Untamed Kango. We finally have the training information. They're throwing it at us all in one time. As you can see here, it was last updated 8 hours ago. Well, created a day ago. I was going to show it to you last night, but I was like, you know what? Nobody's really going to watch it. I was going to do a post, and I said, nobody's really going to pay attention to it because you guys really don't. So we'll get into it. Do not ask me about Sheboygan. Do not ask me about Roanoke or some. Don't ask me about your town. Take your ass on over to the Hoshizaki site, and you can go ahead and look at the schedule. Put on your big boy pants and go on over there and check it out. You just go to Hoshizaki America, support, and then you just go to the training section. So I'll type it up for you real quick. Let's see here. You just go to Hoshizaki, and this is what you need to do with every single manufacturer. You got to go to their website. You got to call them. You can go Hoshizaki America. You go to support. Down on the support section, you see that where it says training. Click on training. Once you go to training, it brings you to the new calendar that they've come up with. So we're finally, they decided to wave goodbye to Lotus Notes, Lotus 123, and 1982. They decided to say hello to at least the last decade of technology. And now we have, you know, the virtual calendar, which General Parts and all those guys used over a decade ago to update all their service technicians on what the latest and greatest was. I used to hack into that and take a look at their schedule and see whose training class was what. Oh, Mike Sneed is on? Hold on, let me see. Let me see where Mike is. Let's see what Mike has got going on. You know what, Mike? I didn't see anything from Mike Sneed. Hold on, let's see here. All right, so I will, if Mike is on, there's a number of people who do not watch Mike's content. So I will save all the goodies for when Mike is done. I don't see him. I don't have any notification on Mike. Hold on, let me see. Tools and Tactics is on. Oh, let's see here. No, let me see what the hell he's under. Hold on. ABC, hold on. ABC. Clients. No, I don't see it. I don't know what channel he's under, but he's not on. Or maybe it's under Appliance Bootcamp. No, I don't see him. I'll check one more time. Well, let me know when he's off. I don't know what he's under. Appliance Bootcamp. Let me check under that. No. Let me show you what I got. I don't see it. I don't see him. I don't see him. Nothing is saying that he's live right now. I don't see anything saying Mike Sneed is live, but keep me updated on that one. Back to the training. All you do is you go to Hoshizaki America. You go over to support and check it out. You've already missed stuff in Massachusetts. So the service school, all this stuff has been hosted by Hoshizaki themselves at their distribution facilities. Hoshizaki has taken over. I tried to explain that to one of their competitors, but they weren't. They couldn't wrap their mind around it. Yeah, I'm on. All right, I'm on 3 devices. I'm on 3 devices right now. I don't see him. Don't see him at all. So yeah. So unfortunately, you guys missed this. Hosted by Hoshizaki. This is unofficial, but they are phasing out the third-party distributors, and everything is going where Hoshizaki is in full control. It's actually a Hoshizaki distributorship. So that was Ohio. All this was earlier in the week. They did not update this until actually, I don't even know why they had put this up, because they put this up and it was already over with. See, the last update 8 hours ago, created a day ago. This was already over with when they put this on there. I don't know what they were thinking. So today they had Rhode Island and Ohio. Friday, which is tomorrow, you have Vegas. So this one here would hurt my wife's soul to know that she could have gone to Vegas. I don't see, it's not showing me much else, but the contact information, and I do know there are quite a few of you guys out there. So you can go ahead and contact Jimmy. Make sure you guys are seeing this right. Contact Jimmy, and you can always contact your Hoshizaki distributor in your area. Let's see what I got. Yeah. We got a bunch of football people on IG. So that is Vegas. This is very random how they did this. So Vegas is tomorrow. Nothing showing for Monday. You do have a search function, but they have only started populating the calendar as of yesterday. As of yesterday, they put this stuff on. It was a little late for me to update or put a video out. I didn't think it actually made much sense to do it, so I just left it alone. Let me see what I can do here with this. Since this damn thing won't let me go. Okay, so it's telling me that, all right, so Hoshizaki, well, that's already passed. It's March. It's just telling you this is real basic. They are, for whatever reason, they are trying to shield as much information from people as possible. They definitely want you guys to all contact them first. With everything that Hoshizaki is going through, you would think that Hoshizaki would want as many people trained up on their product as possible. I mean, like all hands on deck. What the hell? Let me get out of this, dude. Because that is kind of annoying. All right, let me go back to training, to the full map. So starting next week, if you're in Ohio, this is a little better for you. I don't know what they were thinking about this whole last minute thing. A lot of people are not going. Yeah, they got to do work on this thing. A lot of people are not going to their local Hoshizaki distributor. A lot of people are not fortunate enough to have a distributor, 15 minutes away. Nobody wants to go out of their way, especially if the distributorship is like an hour away. So at least we have a little more information if you just, glance over it. Pictureman 63, what's happening? So if you just go over the date, so luckily you see which city. So they're going through Ohio. So Cleveland, it gives you where it's going to be. But if you click on it, the information isn't there. How lovely is that? Now they're just working on this. This has only been out 24 hours. So they're updating this stuff as soon as possible. So it's telling you where it is. And you would think Hoshizaki would have an area in their own warehouse where they would, well, this is going to be this part of Ohio. But you need to contact, your point of contact. So you'd have to contact Doug, let them know to set aside, because these classes do fill up. They're filled up by the Pepsi technicians. The universities will send their technicians. Hospitals will send their technicians to go to these classes. Other large corporations are going to send their in-house techs to the Hoshizaki training. They always send them to Hoshizaki. They send them to Manitowoc. And that is always a given. So you want to make sure that that they actually have room for you at that particular event. These are just a half a day. says 7. I doubt if it actually starts at 7, but 7 to 11. So these are get you in, get you out type of classes. Last year was the one where they went over anything new. I still don't know if Hoshizaki, and help me out in the chat, I still don't know if Hoshizaki is putting out any R290 or even R600 units. Also, Silver Eagle. Yeah, I don't know if they're putting out any of those just yet. Because that would mean a lot of these manufacturers have an exemption and they're allowed to continue to pump out 404 or at least 448V units for the foreseeable future. They're citing the fact that these units are used inside of hospitals. And so because of the flammable issue, they don't want any R290 units inside of these medical facilities. And hopefully the sound is okay. I had everything working through the earpiece, and then now it is just uncooperative. So this schedule is constantly being updated. It looks like they were waiting on the IT department to get them all set up. Yeah, I did do the Baltimore thing with the silver. So this is the Baltimore thing that you guys have been waiting for, because I know there's at least, I think I have at least about 20 to 30 people that are looking at this kind of content that I do. And you guys are always trying to find out when something's going to be in your area. So they listened, Baltimore, October 9th, just a half a day. I don't know how much the class is. None of these are saying, and especially with Hoshizaki, I don't know. These classes could be anywhere from $79 to $35. It all depends. And if you haven't gone before, they're going to go over sequence of operations. They're going to go over cubers, nuggets. They're going to go over the refrigeration units, because yes, the refrigeration units are in Chipotle. Yes, the refrigeration units are in coffee shops like Ziggy Coffee, which I forgot to mention last time. And I just realized that they are in Kava. So Hoshizaki units are in Kava. But here we go. So in my neck of woods in Texas, Hoshizaki is going to be here all week for the week of October 15th. So that's something you definitely want to contact Hoshizaki about. I do know we have our own distributor up that way. So it looks like they're just announcing the ones that they have full control over. Detroit, Michigan. Well, that's not Detroit, Michigan. Troy, Michigan. And once again, let's see here what this is. So since you're not going inside of an actual Hoshizaki facility, you got to let them know so they can have the right number of chairs for you, so they can at least have enough coffee and stuff like that. You're not really going to have that big of a lunch situation. Everybody, as soon as it's 11 o'clock, everybody's out of there. So if you did want to ask the trainers questions, tech questions, how to get started, anything like that, these classes are your opportunity. So what we got? Cincinnati. Okay, so Ohio is overlapping. 2 weeks of Ohio. 2 weeks of Ohio. We're dealing with Texas, and in Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville, Kentucky, that is October 17th. So if you're just now coming in, don't ask me about, is Sheboygan going to be on the list? Come on over there to Hoshizaki America. You're going to go to the support section and then down to training. All right, let me see what the comments say. CEO Jakes, what's up? All right, here's the link. And I am going to try to make this as big as possible. There we go. And once again, these classes will get filled up because Pepsi is nationwide. Hospital staff, university staff, all these people, they show up. They show up for these training classes because they buy their own equipment and they take care of their own equipment. But there are tens of thousands of ice machines in your area that are not taken care of by Pepsi and everybody else. So Long Island is coming up. All of this is October, by the way. So all of this is October. Let me see where this is on the map. So you never just show up. You got to call them or stop by the distributor, whichever one is easiest. You got to call them or stop by the distributor, and then you have to pay for the class in advance. You have to pay for the class. Then your name is going to be on the list at the front. You go to the list, they will hand you the service manuals. You'll get the service manuals and you get whatever little tchotchke, whatever little gift they're going to give you. And then they'll allow you to attend. Plus, you're going to end up with a little card certificate. You end up with a little card. Let me see if I got anything. So that's what's happening. It is Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Vegas, Ohio, Maryland, Dallas, Cincinnati, Louisville, Kentucky, Troy, Michigan, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Then we're going down to Indianapolis, Westchester, New York, Long Island, New York, and then we do have some for November. So there is, here we go, Edison, New Jersey. Edison, New Jersey is November 21st. So this is your point of contact with that. So I know New Jersey is a hotbed. There's a lot of you guys that are in New Jersey. Orlando, for all you guys that say, oh man, what about Florida? What about Florida? There you go. Here's your precious Orlando. This is your contact person. Here's where it's going to be. And the date, where the hell did the date go? The date is December 10th. Now, these dates, there are going to be more classes that are going to populate on this calendar as they lock down the facilities that they're going to use. This stuff is going to start popping up. If you want to know any particular date, call Hoshizaki directly. I am not Hoshizaki. Excuse me. I am not even associated with Hoshizaki anymore. The information that I get is the same information that you got right here. So here is your Miami, AJ Perez. That's your contact person. Let's see where the hell it's going to be in Miami. Yeah, they don't even know where it's going to be in Miami. I just tapped on it. They don't even know. They haven't even selected a place just yet. So that's December. And then Tampa, why they're bouncing around, I would expect some of these dates to change. There's no way in hell this guy is going to go from the northern, well, from the center of the state down to Miami and then jet back from Miami up to Tampa. That's crazy. This is crazy. This is unnecessary driving. It really is. December 12th, 7 to 11. But see, this one they know, Embassy Suites. Which is weird because Embassy Suites is usually Scotsman ice machines. But hey, whatever. They like it. I love it. That's how they want to get down. Whatever. Keep the party going. Carrie, what's happening? Rothschild. Hey, yeah, no problem, man. I want to try to put you guys in tune with how to get this information. So many people are reliant upon just calling me when this information is for everybody. This information is right here. You go right to Hoshizaki. It is right there. But you are not checking these sites every day. For over a decade, I've been checking these sites. Maybe not every day, but on a weekly basis. And then on top of that, I am going through, I spend more time with the Isomatic distributor than I do Hoshizaki. And that has been always. Not exactly been too fond of Baker, who was the Manitowoc distributor, but now URI is involved. So it makes it a lot easier for me to find out information on Manitowoc. And speaking about Manitowoc, well, let's check that out. We can check that out together, because birds of a feather flock together. They should have something too. So this is December. I doubt if there's going to be anything January. Oh, no, it is. Okay, so they're coming back. They're coming back to Dallas. This is so bizarre, man. This is so bizarre. So they're coming back to Dallas in January. Still nothing with Houston. San Antonio. Okay, so there we go. Finally, we got Houston. So in February, we got San Antonio. You got, I got a couple of people out there in Louisiana. So West Monroe. There we go with Jackson, Mississippi. All the people that's taking care of Jackson State. That's your class. I can't believe they're gonna have a Corpus Christi class, but oh man, what's the name that was just on? He's down there by Corpus Christi, so he wouldn't have to drive up to Houston. He can go to the Corpus Christi class. So that's pretty much catering to him. Him and all those hotels that are down. In case you guys don't know, here in Texas, we have a huge beach. Huge beach. So let me show you. Let's go to the service. Oh, it's not even showing. It's not even showing. Damn. Yeah, they haven't. Yeah, see here, this is so far out. They haven't selected any facility just yet. So Texas is in February. Louisiana is in February. And then once again, they broke it up. I don't trust this lit. Yeah. All right. So 2 days of Houston. Last time they did this, they weren't right, and I missed the training. New Orleans. This is so bizarre. They're doing Monroe, Louisiana, Lafayette, Louisiana. Let me see if they're 2 times of the day. No, they're both in the morning. This makes no sense. This makes no sense. I would expect some of this to change, and that's Sean S. Evans. Let's see here. What's up with Lafayette? Yeah, there's no way. That's an error. There's no way this guy is going to drive on Tuesday, go to be in Louisiana, then drive his ass on over to Jackson, and then the following week come back to Louisiana, just an hour away from that. It doesn't make any sense. This whole schedule is crazy. I would expect this to change. I wouldn't book any tickets. This is all supposed to be for local. Do not go traveling. Do not go traveling for this. Go to your local distributor. Go to your local distributor. Oh, dude. Oh, trust me. Bruce, trust me. If I would record these damn phone calls, yes, y'all sound just like that. Mike Reed, personal travel secretary, to the rescue. Called me up and asked me about freaking Iron Mountain, Michigan and stuff like that. Bruh, You take a look at the list to see what's close to you. I don't know where you live. Everybody assumes that I know exactly who you. I do not know. I do not know. I'm trying. I'm not good with that kind of stuff. Wichita, Kansas. And now Brother Charles with CV3 Ice, he's all the way up there. He has jobs up that way. Speaking of going up that way, I should be making my way. Where the hell is let me go back a couple of months. My niece is in Indiana. She's in university in Indiana. So I said I was gonna swing on over there and get her some accounts set up. So I would tap into the accounts that I got here, see what's over there where she is. Ohio. Okay. So there's Indianapolis. So this is where my niece is. So that's actually this month. That's actually this month. Let me see if I can see where this is. Let's see where in Indianapolis this is. Okay, north side. North side of Indianapolis. Where's these universities? Aren't they? I have to check and see where the hell she's at. All right. I don't think yeah. I'm gonna have to get her set up. There's no way she's gonna go to that class. No way. No way. All right. Let's see what we got with Manitowoc. Let's see what we got with Manitowoc, because we now know what the hell is going on. Excuse me. We now know what's going on with the Hoshizaki schedule. Just take it loosely, because I am fairly certain that some of this stuff is going to shift around. Some of this stuff is going to shift around because they got Chicago, and this stuff is definitely going to shift. All right, so let's see what we got with, let's go with Baker. I'm going to see what they got with events. There's events up at the top. Bam, here's our calendar. All right, let's see what else we got. This is October. Yeah. So you got your Manitowoc classes. You got your Manitowoc classes coming up. I don't know whose these are. So we'll start with the next week. Manitowoc class is, Georgia. Ooh, these are long classes, man. So you're going to get lunch at these freaking Manitowoc classes. So Manitowoc got something up their sleeve. It's, as you can see here, it's $55 for the class. You're going to get the books. You're going to get USB. You're going to get all that kind of stuff. So it's plain and simple. I don't know what Hoshizaki's class is going to be. Hoshizaki's class is usually, it was quite costly because the distributor had to deal with that cost. Now Hoshizaki is actually dealing with it, so I don't know what the numbers are going to look like. So this is for all you guys in Doraville, Georgia. I don't know where the hell Doraville, Georgia is. Yeah, all right. So the hurricane is only going to shift the dates that are in those states. The hurricane is not going to shift. If you notice, you didn't see Virginia, you didn't see South Carolina, North Carolina, stuff like that. So it's going to shift Florida, but definitely Louisiana is going to stay the same. Now I don't know what the hell's happening with the newest one. We got another hurricane that is developing in the Gulf. So who knows what's going to happen with that? But it won't change Chicago. It won't change Illinois. It won't change Michigan. It's not going to change Wisconsin. It's definitely not going to change Vegas, California, that kind of thing. So yes, please remember, hit the thumbs up and like and subscribe. Tell somebody about the channel. Let's see what else we got. All right, so this is the first one for Georgia. Oh, did I give you guys the date? That is October 8th. Now, the reason why you're taking these classes, one, you take these classes, you actually get to meet people that are involved with the training department. Two, you get to make sure your parks account is set up properly. Three, you actually communicate with these people and they will go over the items with you. That is their whole freaking job. I know it's a sales event, quote unquote sales event, but there are pieces of equipment there. You can actually go over the piece of equipment. They will let you do what you need to with that equipment. Short of busting out a torch, you can pretty much do what you need to, while you're there. I have not seen them put up any objection to somebody going over, hey, how do I do this? How do I do that? The training department kind of lives for that kind of thing. They love it. So this is your time. That's your time. All right, let me go back to this Baker. And all right, so we're back at the schedule. Now, where I went to go find this is under Baker distribution. I'm going to put this link down here. And let me see what. Oh, we do have some people. Big Mike Adams, what's happening? Watkins Cooler. Sam. Tech Gifts, what's happening? Okay, we had a couple of people come through on Instagram. So I'm using Baker. If you guys don't know, Baker is now part of this distribution network for Manitowoc. The reason, let me make myself bigger. The reason why that has happened, Manitowoc is now owned by Everpure. Everpure has a long-standing relationship with United Refrigeration. So Everpure being the parent company of Baker, of Everpure being the parent company of Manitowoc, that's what put Baker in the mix. Now, does Baker have parts? I have never gone and got any. I'm sorry. I've never gone to United Refrigeration and got any parts. I'm getting this all. Scratch all of that. I got all of that mixed up for you guys. United Refrigeration has a long relationship with Everpure. And so Everpure owns Manitowoc Ice. Manitowoc Ice was sold off from Wellbuilt in order for the DOJ to let that deal go through. So that's why we got all this stuff. URI, let me see if this thing is even on the URI. If you go to United Refrigeration, you will see training information for Manitowoc. Matter of fact, I was just in United Refrigeration not that long ago. So you got Manitowoc classes in Doraville, Georgia, October 9th. Also October 9th. So somebody help me out. Is that like right outside of Georgia? Is that right outside of Atlanta or something? Let's see here. None of my maps want to work right. None of my maps want to work right. Saying that's an industrial property. Let's see here. Yo, Wild Williams, what's happening? So Wild Williams going over that the new training schedule for Hoshizaki is out. They're doing an online calendar, pretty much like how General Parts used to do. Or General Parts had an online calendar. So if you go to Hoshizaki America site, you'll see the new training. You'll see the new training dates. And let me go back. So now I'm updating everybody with Manitowoc's as well. So the week of the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th, they're going to be, oh, so here's Atlanta. So here's Atlanta. So this is where your Manitowoc classes is going to be. They usually do this stuff. Okay. So if you're in Atlanta, you don't have to. Your stuff is at the end of the week. Your stuff is Thursday, 8 to 2. You are going to have to sign up in advance. Otherwise, you are not going to be able to make it to that freaking class. It's going to be sold out. There's no way you're going to make it in there. All right, let me see here. Let me go back. Ooh, we're almost coming up on an hour already. All right, so let's see what the next date is. Now, these classes are on Baker's website. So you can go on Baker. You can actually look up your city and all that stuff because y'all be like, man, where's my class? I don't know where the hell this is in Georgia. Moultrie. Oh, that's the refrigeration training. That's the A2L stuff. Sorry. The 15th is Amarillo, North Texas. That's North Texas. All right. Let's see what else we got. Manitowoc class. So that means if they're going to be in North Texas, Roswell, New Mexico, that's October 17th. So all this is Manitowoc stuff. This means that my stuff is coming up too. Huntsville, Alabama. Man, they jumping all over the place. October 22nd. So there you go. Huntsville, Alabama. And what's this going to be? Birmingham, Alabama. October 23rd. Where the hell is this? Montgomery. All right. So they jumped all the way to New Mexico and then gonna drive right past the whole state of Texas again and go to the other one. Oh, ICP. If any of you guys are interested in walk-ins, let's see what we got here with ICP. That's Jacksonville, Florida. New products, new codes, blah, blah, blah. Oh, new code requirements. Let me see if I can blow this up for you guys. So this is Tempstar ICP. Because Baker does a lot of, they don't just do ice machines. They're doing other stuff. They do other stuff as well. Oh, hold on one second. Let me make sure you guys can see me. And back at Baker. All right. So more ICP, more gas furnace training. The reason why they had a gas furnace training coming up is because this is furnace season. So it hasn't quite cooled off here in Houston, but elsewhere I know it is. I was talking to somebody else in Chicago, and they said it was coming down. Minnesota. All right, so we did those. So let's see what November's looking like. So that is October. Manitowoc. Here we go. November 5th. And Round Rock, Texas. They are just jumping all over the place. So a lot of this stuff is Brother Charles, sorry about that. Yo, our training classes are coming up. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong damn button. I hit the wrong button, man. Um, Round Rock. None of us is going up to Round Rock. That ain't happening. All right, let's see here what else we got. So since they're covering, okay, so here we are back with Georgia. That's October. Let's go into November. So November, second week of November. Let's see here. Houston, no, more Round Rock. More freaking Round Rock. Atlanta, another, man, that's crazy. So if you're having a hard time uh, getting to the other class in Atlanta, so Thursday, October 10th, you do have another opportunity. This is at the Holiday Inn. I guess this is what, Southwest Atlanta? $55 for the Manitowoc class this year. That's your books. That's all that other good stuff. Yo, CEO Jakes. There y'all go. Well, me and Charles had talked about that. Charles like, man, what the hell these people want to talk to me about? So CEO Jakes, he wants to know, Brother Charles, do you have a contact for a few questions? Brother Charles is always a crowd favorite nowadays. All right, let me see. That's October, so we're doing November. So November for Manitowoc. Okay, so now we have a whole nother, it's starting to heat up. The middle of November, they do this stuff. It's so wild. They do this stuff. Who is this going to be? All right, so that's more Texas, more San Antonio. San Antonio. So this looks like this is me coming up. All this stuff is going to be me. Sorry about the bouncing around. Birmingham, Alabama. Am I on the right? Let me see where the hell I am. I'm still in October. I need November. I was about to say. So November 18th, 19th. Chances are one of these is going to be Houston. So, Brother Charles, are you at Fort Myers, Florida? Jesus, this stuff is no rhyme or reason. These guys don't make any sense. They just having them hop on flights and crisscrossing this damn country. So here you guys go in Florida. I know you guys are chomping at the bit, drooling all over your freaking phones. Yes, here you go. Fort Myers, Florida. Do not go all out of your way because you're gonna have classes in your area. So that's Fort Myers. Let's make sure this is the right month. Nope, it just brought me back to October. So November, let's see what we got here. Tallahassee, Florida. So that's the northern part of the state. That's November 21st. So just know you want to sign up for your freaking class. You want to sign up for your class as soon as possible. So Tallahassee. They're giving Tallahassee plenty of time. I don't know how everybody's doing in Tallahassee. Hopefully, you guys are able to recover. Hopefully Tallahassee didn't get hit that bad. So Tifton, Georgia, that's November 22nd. Man, this stuff is no rhyme or reason. No freaking rhyme or reason. Let's see what else they got going on. Lakeland, Florida, November 21st. Let's see what the hell the middle was. That was Tallahassee, 7 to 12. Let me see what the hell this is. They got a bunch of dates, man. They really cramming this stuff in. Fort Myers, Florida. Oh, this whole year has been crazy as far as the training. Let me see what the hell they got with this. Two more events. A lot of Manitowoc classes. They're jamming all this stuff in. Go to Baker. bakerdistribution.com. So bakerdisc.com. You want to look up your stuff. Let me see if they have it. Here, I can do location. You can put in your zip code. You can put in your zip code to find where your class is. Let me see if they're going to allow my stuff to show up. So this is what you want to do instead of saying, "Hey, Mike, man," because you guys all want to call me personally. When we're online, you guys are quiet as church mice. You guys are quiet as church mice. Boy. The minute the damn show is over, or the middle of the week, man, you guys call me. This thing is nuts. All right, let me see here. Product training, open house. I'll even go with that. So let's see what this gives me. Man, a lot of these guys, this thing sucks. All right, so maybe don't use that. So maybe don't use the search. That's really unfortunate. The other thing that you can do. Oh yeah, you say you can't beat the gourmet meal at ICE training. Well, funny you should say that. When you go to Frolic class, you actually get a steak dinner. So Frolic class, you actually get a steak dinner. Isomatic class, you get a sandwich. You get a cold sandwich. Oh, I can't think of who the hell is by. It's not. I think it's Oh man, it's not Jimmy John's. It's not Subway. It's shoot, it's another company. They give you a cold sandwich. When they do have lunch at Manitowoc, you get a pasta. You get like a pasta meal, sometimes with chicken. Hoshizaki, man. Sometimes Hoshizaki will give you like a continental breakfast sometime. No, it's not Jersey Mike. No, it's not Jersey Mike. It's not, because Jersey Mike is Hoshizaki. Jersey Mike is all Jersey Mikes are Hoshizaki. So it's they're not going to give you Jersey Mike. All these manufacturers will typically stick with who their major client is, and they're supposed to do that with the places that they rent, but it doesn't always work out that way. It's the Jewish oh God man, not what is the one that it's not Subway, it's not Jersey Mike's, it's oh man, it's you know who-ish. Oh, what is this? Let me look this up. Y'all got me messed up, man. Top sandwich chains. But anyway, I mean that could change. That can change as far as who they're using. It's just here they're using. Oh, come on, man! I said the top sandwich chains. Why are they doing this to me? Yeah. Okay, so it's not. It's none of these. It's not Which. It's not Jersey Mike's. It's not Potbelly's. It's not Jimmy John's. Not Quiznos. Here in Houston, they have done it for years. They use it is not Slotsky's, but close. What is the other one? It's not Slotsky's. It's another. Anyway, it doesn't matter because it might be different in your area, but isomatic, if you can even freaking get an isomatic class, you're gonna get a cold sandwich. You're gonna get a cold sandwich. Speaking of isomatic, would you guys like to know about the products that they are clearancing out? Your isomatic distributor is selling off deep fryers for about $500, griddles, grills, that kind of thing. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I'll go ahead and pull up the email. The stock will vary according to where you are, but they are, I believe they're doing like free shipping or something like that. See, I don't know why they're using this damn location. All right, we've been on about an hour. I'm ready to wrap it up. We don't have any contributions that I can speak on. I do want to thank the other contributors to the channel. Yeah, y'all ain't guessed it yet. Y'all have not guessed it. See, here we go, my app. See, there y'all go. Who's the distributor for Maryland? Boy. I don't know if you've ever met me before, but hi, my name is Mike Reed, and I do this little channel where I tell people about various important parts of the commercial appliance industry. Nice to meet you, my apps. All right. So we'll go to, let me do my distributor. Greater Texas Ice. Which is called GTI. Damn it, man. Oh, they're also owned by Empire. See if that pulls up. There we go. All right, this I'll take this. I'll take it. Oh, so Empire acquired Greater Texas Ice. So what Empire has done is they are providing isomatic and true. They're providing isomatic and true throughout all these different areas. Here we go. Follow the rabbit. So these are your distributors for, let me see where you said you're at. Yeah, URI, it's a, oh, you can't see it. It is a new development. It is an ongoing development with URI in Manitowoc. So URI is, let me see if I can find it. So URI is now involved. See, so here's URI. See that? URI events. So you will also find Manitowoc on, see, here it is. So November 12th. And I've done this with you guys before, but we'll do it again. I've been doing it now. We're going to be approaching damn near 2 years. So here we go. This is for the people in Massachusetts. So you would have to contact URI for this class. You would have to pay URI for this class. And this is on the Manitowoc and Cool Air. It's going to be the same thing. Manitowoc is teaching the class. Manitowoc is teaching the class. So we go to it. So everything looks different. God damn it, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me make this big. Let me make this big. Oh. Oh. Hold on one second there. You guys are. Ooh. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Do 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 do. All right, almost. I'll be ready for y'all. Just a minute. Just a minute. All right, almost back. Almost back. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to chug a lug. I'm gonna have to chug a lug, man. Y'all killing me. Y'all killing me. Rule number one. Rule number one. And this goes for all of you. Rule number one. Always, always, always and forever. Contact the manufacturer. That is rule number one. I've been saying this going on almost 2 years now. You want to contact the manufacturer. You also want to contact the distributor. Between the manufacturer and the distributor, somebody is responsible for giving you the answer. One of them has to give you the answer. So you have your sales reps that's responsible for your area. They're also responsible for finding the location. They will let you know in the class. You do not ever sit around. This is not a passive business. Closed mouths do not get fed. So you don't want to sit around, because if you sit around, nothing will happen for you if you sit around. All this information is a few keystrokes away. All this information is a simple phone call away. You call up the 800 number for your manufacturer of choice, and they will give you an answer. Isomatic is kind of douchey when it comes to getting you this information, and that is let me go back to this, and that is this Empire. So Empire has been really, I do not really care for them, and I am an Isomatic service provider. I know that, but a douche is as a douche does, and they are very douchey. They're not very cool at all. So let me go through Empire's information. So you want to call Empire directly. So here's all the different ones that they own. They own Empire in Long Island, Empire in Kansas City, Missouri, Greater Texas Ice in Houston, whoever the hell PMA in California, they own them. They own True Temp and Norms. I think that's in like Pennsylvania. Let's see where the hell this is. That's Mid-Atlantic. Okay, so they own a company they own the distributorship in Phoenix, Anaheim, California, Hayward, California. So they have strung together a network. Yeah, so they have strung together a network to provide a sea to shining sea system. So no matter if you're in California, Texas, or New York, you can place an order for Isomatic and get your Isomatic within 2 days. That is the system that they have currently set up, to provide a decent network for Isomatic products. So I believe it's Isomatic Let's see what they've got here. So here's their list of manufacturers. So Isomatic, and it should be true. Yes. The Scotsman thing is new to me. Okay, so they're saying, okay, so you can get Scotsman if you're in Georgia, West Virginia, Delaware. True, you can get True Refrigerator, all regions. I've talked to them about the ice machine. It's still a little hazy about if they're the ones getting the ice machines or not. That's still up in the air. And here's the arrangement with Pentair Everpure. They are doing some dishwashers. Here's Moyer Diebel, Kelvinator, and then they also have the dishwasher by Kelvinator. I can't think of what the hell. It's not technically, it's not Kelvinator. It's shoot. It's like this German name. It's owned by Electrolux. I can't think of the name. But here's your global refrigeration, which is your ice cream stores. The famous one is ice cream and coffee. And then here's Fortress, which is their damn it, that thing didn't work. Fortress, which is their brand. I know it say Delaware, West Virginia, but this is outdated. You can actually get this throughout their entire network. Cold Draft comes with the Scotsman. Cold Draft is owned by Scotsman. Why they don't have Isomatic on this damn list is bizarre in itself. But you can call Empire, and Empire will. They're supposed to tell you. I do my service work through these jokers, and they're still. I can feel them looking at me side-eye through the damn phone as I'm asking these jackasses questions. I don't understand. I do not understand what the hell Empire is going on. But Empire, let me make this big. Empire has no issues. Empire has no issues whatsoever with calling you, asking you to provide them with customers for leases. And when I mean leases, I mean ice machines. So Empire will say, hey, you're part of our team now. Why don't you hand over some customers for leases and we'll let you clean the ice machines. What the hell kind of craziness is that? Why would I hand my customer over to you for a lease when I can just lease it? If I have the customer, I would just lease the damn ice machine to them myself. As of yesterday, I signed a pricing deal with Empire. So they're going to reduce the price on the Isomatic that I buy when I hit a certain price target. Because before that, the prices were just so outrageously high. It was better. Yeah, you can't beat stupid. It was just, the prices were so high on my end that it was more cost effective to let the customer buy an Isomatic from an online dealer, let them ship it in for free, and then I just reap all the money from install and removal of the old one. So it's like, why would I take any liability when I could just let Empire, I could just let the customer bring it in, and guess what? If it was shipping damage or something like that, I hook the damn unit up and it don't work. Guess what? It's not on me. It's on whoever the hell you bought the ice machine from. All right. This is exactly correct. It was just another form of pimping. And the dude's calling me up with this New Jersey accent. It gets better than that. The guy calls my father. No. He walked in. He walked into my father's store in Chicago. He walks in. Yes, in the unit with no pitch, right? Who the hell is? Oh, Wild Williams isn't scamming. Nightbot is being a little aggressive. Anyway, the guy walks into my father from Empire. He walks into my father's store in Chicago with his New Jersey accent. Hey, yeah. If you knows anybody that wants to, lease an ice machine, you can bring it on over here. We'll give you a kickback from the whole thing. And matter of fact, we just got this other outfit in Houston there. And of course, my father perks right up. Oh, my son, he's in Houston. You should talk to him. So the Jersey guy gets on the phone with me. He's on the phone with me. I am the Isomatic service tech in Houston, one of only 4. And he is, trust me, I know about that one. And he gives me this whole spill about who he is, and he's with this company called Empire, and it would be great for me to bring him customers for leases, and he would actually send them back to me for cleaning if I gave him for it to be advantageous. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. As long as a restaurant has been in business 2 years, you have a very high certainty that their lease is going to be approved. All you need them to do is just sign the damn dotted line. The leasing company is going to contact the distributor. They're going to say, hey, look, we're on the hook for this machine. Go ahead, release it to Mike Reed. And then I'll go ahead and swing by, pick it up, drive it on over to the location, hook the damn thing up. The customer is going to get a booklet in the mail with all their payments that they have to make for the next 3 years. And then I'm the one that's, responsible for making sure it's running. And the reason why they only want to do 3 years is because during the first 3 years, all the pump is covered, sensors are covered, condenser fan motors covered, all that kind of stuff is covered. So from the finance company's point of view, they're not responsible for anything. So everything is covered under warranty. Everything is covered under warranty. Oh, you use like that? Use like that accent there? Yeah. It's I went to school with some guys, so it's a thing with it. From a friend of ours to a friend of theirs is a friend of mine. It's a thing. It's a thing there. But sometimes I'm not gonna say a name, but sometimes you would get a unit, and I've had a unit like that on the undercounter. I've had about 2 or 3, and I think it was a heat-related issue. They were stored in a warehouse in Arizona or West Texas in the summertime. And the other ones I had, I believe they were dropped off the truck. It was purchased legally, but I believe the last stage of the transit, the delivery guys dropped it off the truck, which I've actually seen that more times than I'd like to mention. And then so they don't report it. They bring the damn unit in, and then it just won't get cold. Yeah, mystery. We had some issues with TXVs. There was, like, Hoshizaki has a problem with the plates that were separating. The TXVs were sticking, and so they weren't sticking open, they were sticking closed, and that was a nightmare. I had a wise ass GC on some Starbucks units, and so I go ahead, hook up the unit, and this idiot waits till it's like 2 days before the Starbucks is supposed to open. I go in, I hook up the unit. Only one chill plate works. So the guy's like, "Oh, can you fix it?" I said, "Hey, man, I gotta get another TXP, and it's not gonna be today." He's like, "Oh, well, they gotta open up in 2 days, blah blah blah." And I'm working in the store, in the Starbucks. And if you don't know, if you've never been in the Starbucks while they do this kind of stuff, they do this like witchcraft circle round robin thing, and they go and stand up and say, "What's your pronouns?" It pissed me the hell off. So I'm in there having to listen to all this weird stuff and all this sass, Yas Queen type voices and stuff. And then I got this GC bitching at me about the damn ice machine. I said, "Hey, man, it ain't gonna work." He said, "All right, well, we got some other ice machines that are for some other projects. The exact same model, everything. I'll go ahead, disconnect this one, and I'll go ahead and go to the warehouse and grab another one, put it in." These are all remotes too, by the way. So I do that, disconnect it. He brings in the other one. The other one has another. The first one, the chill plate on the right, it was 2 chill plates. First one, the chill plate on the right wouldn't freeze. The second one, the chill plate on the left wouldn't freeze. Oh. So now the GC is looking at me like it's dude, the coffee shops are the worst. Coffee shops are the worst. Coffee shops are the most douchiest employees you're ever going to meet. The coffee shop employee thinks that they are God's gift to information. So they might know a vast array of information on roasting, on beans and origin of the coffee beans and that kind of stuff, but it stops right about there. They want it to transfer over to every single thing in the coffee shop, and it does not. So you're usually dealing with some half-wit moron that can barely function, barely get their own damn job done, and they think they're going to understand physics, which is what's in an ice machine is physics. You're changing states, and they can't get it, and then they get frustrated because they think they're smarter than you, which they clearly are not. Don't let these people look down on you because you're dealing in a very skilled trade, and they are not. They are not. They're literally burning seeds, claiming it's an art when all they're doing is waiting for the sound of first and second crack. Posers at best. But coffee shops are worse. Dude, you can't, and you cannot teach. I had to scold someone who follows my information on this channel because I'm listening to this guy talk to the customer, and he is quite literally telling the customer how to do it himself and not employ him for the job that he wants. Well, I'm like, dude, you gotta stop telling these people everything, because what happens is you're telling them too much. They feel like they can do it themselves, and they will not call you. When they fail at trying to implement what you have told them, they're too embarrassed to call you. Very rarely are they going to call you and say, "Oh yeah, I tried that thing that you were talking about and it didn't work," right? And then they don't want you to see that they did this wrong, they did that wrong, and then it's evident that they're lesser than. So they don't want that. They would rather have somebody else come in, and then they give them this whole story about this other guy said this was wrong and that's wrong, and it still ain't working. Chances are the jackass is telling you this story is the moron that tried to do it based on something that you've lightly mentioned in passing, something that you guys wrote out. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, you need a new fan motor on this, you need that. No, stop telling them that. Stop training the damn customers. Right. Stop training the damn customers. It's okay to be vague. It is perfectly fine. Stop training them. First of all, these people are not married to this damn job. You meet them at the job on a Monday. They've quit by Friday. Now you spent an hour, 2 hours training them on this freaking piece of equipment. Where did Mary Sue go? I just trained her on this thing. She should be telling you guys what this means, what's going on, what you got to do when you got to change the filter. Oh, Mary Sue left. She left right after you trained her, right? That day you came, she left the next day. You're like, oh, son of a bitch. And they use that information that you've told them. They put it down on their, they put it down and they impress whoever the hell they go for this job interview with. They try to impress that person with this information that you just told them. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, I used to do all the coffee, and I was head in charge, and I know how to take care of the ice machine. I know how to take care of the boilers. I know, and they really don't. It's something you told them. Something you told them on Monday, and guess what? They went on that interview on Tuesday, got the job, and they quit by Friday. And your ass come in on Friday like, why is all this stuff like this? I told Mary Sue how to take care of it, and Mary Sue ass is gone, and you helped her get a raise. Yeah. How would you explain? Yes, perfect question. Technically, you explain to them technically. To the gentleman that I was on the phone with, I explained it like this. You want whatever your explanation is, especially when you write it down, when you write down your report, you want it to be understood by a factory tech. You want it to be understood. If I'm doing a job on an Isomatic and whatever I'm writing down, I want to write it so that if they send this to Isomatic, whoever the hell at Isomatic gets it is going to understand what the hell I wrote. All right? But you do not write it down like it's ABCs. You do not want to make it simple and plain. The more technical you make it, the more vague you make it, you're giving that customer less ammunition. For example, ice machine cleaning. If you say, oh yeah, I took the ice machine and I cleaned it, the customer is now under the impression, oh, cleaning? I could do that. All he did was clean the machine. And let me show you this machine Charles sent me today. Let me see if I can find this damn thing. So they are under the impression that they can do it too. But if you say you descaled the machine, you use a chemical wash of a nickel safe solution or hydrochloric solution to remove buildup and debris from the pump and blah, blah, blah. You know, you can say things like that. Yes. And you have to take pictures. Frank is right. So you take nothing but pictures. Matter of fact, and let me show you guys. Let me share this damn screen. Window and photos. So you want to write this thing out in such a way where it is fine. You can make it complicated. You can make it technical. You just don't make it where the damn customer is going to nitpick the ever living hell out of it. You do not want to make it, where it is something where they think that they're going to be able to do it as well. No, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing yourself a disservice. Let me see if I can find some other. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, by the way, Milwaukee is clearancing out the cooler. Instead of $250, it is $119. I actually got myself two of them, so it's $119 out of Houston. So I guess these are the last three that I found. The other two that I was able to come across, I bought those. Once again, here's Home Depot. Here's the Home Depot tech truck now hiring technicians. I caught one sitting outside of a Home Depot. Caught one. Got it. I spotted him and got it. So they're doing tankless water heaters and stuff like that. So no telling where that's going to go. No telling where that's going to go. But okay, so good. So this one. So like this tilted skillet, the customer actually knew what to do. They were just unsure of it. They were just unsure of doing this. So I didn't want to use potentiometer, because if I use potentiometer, then they can actually Google the potentiometer and look up all that stuff. So what I had to tell them is, oh yeah, that's at a grocery store. That's at, well, our Kroger, which is Jewel in Chicago and all that other stuff. And fun fact, that evaporator is in copper. So I worded in such a way where it is just saying the temperature control, because if you actually write down exactly what is like on Partstown, they will Google it and they will haggle and harass the ever-loving snot out of you. So don't say the potentiometer. Do not say potentiometer. Say temperature selection device. You want to be creative with it. Now, if the manufacturer reads that, they're going to know what the hell temperature selection device is. You don't say thermostat, because it is not a thermostat. It's a potentiometer. But you're not going to say potentiometer. You understand? You're not going to say that. You're going to say it was a temperature selection device. That way, when they go look the damn thing up, they're not going to be able to find it. They're not going to be able to find it. And I was just looking it up. It's actually a South Bend tilted skillet. Yeah, I was surprised. It was only 120 volts, single phase. So I finally found it, because they wiped off the model and serial number off everywhere else. So it sounds, in a perfect world, you should be able to say, yes, it's a potentiometer. Yes, here's the part number for the potentiometer. But no, we don't live in a perfect world. We don't live in a world with good, honest people. We live in a world where these bastards will try to cut you out for 50 cents. They have their own in-house staff. They already had a price quote on that, but they didn't want to go with the Sofesa company. And so they left that damn thing busted. But I am not going to write the exact same thing. I'm going to write something else. It is vague, yes, but is it a good price? Is it out of price? I gave them my price quote, and this is not bragging. This is actually a bad thing. My price was half of what the Sofesa company was. They already had, don't say capacitor. Don't say capacitor. Yeah, please. Starting device, you can say a number of things, but just don't say these trigger words that are easy to look up. Don't do that. You're doing yourself a disservice, and it's just taking food out of your loved ones' mouths. Well, yeah, the McDonald's workers will work on the ice machine. It is in their right. They can work on it. Oh, let me show you this. Oh, let me see here. Hopefully I don't have any pictures that are that you shouldn't be looking at. Hold on one second. Because I want to show you this McDonald's with a This is a McDonald's with a backflow preventer. And they had my coffee machine too. Oh, let me see. What the hell else was I going to? Whoa, nope, we can't show you that. All right. Damn, let me take this thing off. Let me take this off. Stop that screen. Go right to the photo I want to show you. Where the hell did it go? This is crazy. But yeah, McDonald's workers can work on their. This isn't the one with the backflow preventer. This isn't the one with the backflow, but Someone had said, "Hey man, I can't see. I didn't see the. I don't know what kind of bread is at McDonald's for the ice machine." And I'm like, really, really, you really didn't take your ass on over to a McDonald's and look up. You can't look up and see that. Can't look up and see Manitowoc. That escapes you. That's too much. That's too much. Manitowoc. These are remotes. The vast majority of you are going to see are going to be remotes. You didn't see that. Let me make sure I take this thing off because yeah, like I said, I got some stuff that ain't supposed to be shown. All right, so Brother Frank said, didn't you tell me those thickness probes should be truck stock? Yes. The Manitowoc thickness probes, they have a washer that they put on them so that they don't bubble out. They will warp, they will twist with the heat. So you got to be careful with that. You got to be careful with that. Dude, yeah. All right. So the whole McDonald's thing, the units will go into a heat mode to kill like listeria, to kill the bacteria, and the employees do not time it right because you're dealing with 3 shifts of employees and they don't do the right thing, which is they're supposed to put it into a clean mode and they don't. It's just like when they're supposed to clean out the deep fryers, and all they have to do is push a freaking button when the damn thing is beeping. You guys think that's a food order that's up and they're supposed to take the food out of the fryer? No, that is the damn fryer saying hit the clean button, and it will stop. It will drain the oil from the vat, run it through the filter, and pump it right back in like 5 minutes. 5 freaking minutes. The individuals are too lazy to hit the damn button. They want the fryer to be ready at all times, to ready to drop a basket. Take the 5 minutes, hit the damn button for the automatic. Yeah, thank you, Brother Frank. Let me hit this real quick. This is the Cash App. You can send a picture. If you want to do PayPal, you can do PayPal. If you want to do PayPal, you can do PayPal. Thank you, Brother Frank, because Frank is always contributing to the channel. #1 contributed to the channel. Where the hell is my thing? Thank you, Frank Evans. #1 contributor to the channel. It means a lot. So I do thank you. But yeah, these people, they don't follow instructions. They don't do this stuff when they're supposed to. Yeah, they only care about the drive-through times. And they're so worried that they're going to get an order while the damn thing is filtering that they don't push the button and they hit cancel. And so the fryer builds up all this gunk when they know there's slow times. Yeah, I know, but I appreciate it nonetheless. I still thank you very much. So they are supposed to put the ice cream machine through the clean cycle. It's all automatic, and when they don't, it triggers the fail-safe clean. So every machine, well, most machines have it, and it'll be like the machines I have at my house. They will stop after like 3 days. They will, it'll flash across the screen, hey, you need to shut down and clean the machine. And McDonald's is so where it will actually stop and shut down, and then they're supposed to remove all the ice cream and then run the clean and then put in the Sterashine. And as long as they delay that, there's no ice cream. The machine isn't broken. Taylor, I don't like Taylor. I'm not a fan of Taylor, but Taylor is the most reliable machine on the market. It has the best resale value out of any daiquiri machine, soft serve, ice cream. It has the best resale. But if I can get one, you redo it, you're guaranteed to sell it at a reasonable amount. You will not be in need of a customer to buy that machine if you were to buy one. If you were to take possession of one, you would be able to sell it, no problem. No problem. There's very few things that you could sell that are used appliances on the commercial side with little hassle, and a Taylor is one of them. And this is from a person who is, I'm stolting. I'm not Taylor. I'm stolting. Right. And so Maya said, yeah, who wants to pay for a service contract? Well, guess what? When you own it outright, you don't have to pay for a service contract. And you can go with other people. There are tons of former people who know how to work on Taylor. There are concessions plus they focus mainly on Taylor. Excuse me. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Slices. It's called Slices. It's called Slices. 1 second here. Let me show you. Let me present this. So Slices is I think those guys have split up into like 3 different regions of the country. And Slices, their main thing is selling Taylor machines. So you can, if you get out there, you can sell Taylor. See, here they go right there. Use Taylor's 2015, $8,000. 2010, $6,000. 2014, $11,000. And this is what they do. This is what they do. They're dealing with and so this is okay, that's a water cooled carbonation beverage. Yeah. There are guys out there that work on Taylor. I am just not one of them. I'm not a Taylor guy. You do not have to, you can actually buy Taylor parts. I can go to Lane Equipment right now. They're like 30 minutes from my home. I can go to Lane. I can go and get any Taylor components I want. They'll sell it to me. No problem. But these guys, look at this. Taylor, till the sun burns out. They got Taylor. Look at that. And these are all used. These are not new. These are all used Taylors. So there is a market for that. Yeah. So you don't have to go to service contract. So when people reach out for someone that works on Taylor, there's guys out there. There's veteran guys out there. Matter of fact, I know a woman who she could strip one of these down and rebuild it blindfolded. She used to work for Greatest Texas Ice. I'm thinking she might pop up at a Taylor company. Maybe training, who knows? But I'm fairly certain she's gonna pop up at Taylor. Look at these 2020 for $17,000. So if you know about the market, and let me see where the hell this one is. So there's Slices East, Slices West, where the hell the 352 area code is. But yeah, and you can find parts. You can find parts with Taylor. That is not a big deal. But let me see here. Let me see here if anybody has contributed to the channel. Nope, we don't have any donations, so I guess we are going to wind this down. So yeah. So what Frank said is about the thickness probes. Yeah, you're better off with a thickness probe. I haven't run into faulty thickness probes in quite a while, but they are good sellers. Without a thickness probe, you're kind of dead in the water. Without a thickness probe. Let's see here. What else we got there? Let's see here. What we got here? You seen talking about, don't say capacitor. No shortcuts. All right, let me see here. All right, so we went over to sum this thing up. We went over. Oh, we got. Oh, all right, all right. We have. Oh, Brother Frank. Okay. So, Brother Frank, look at you. You didn't have to do that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Frank Evans has contributed to the channel yet again. Thank you very much. As always, Brother Frank has contributed to the channel. Now, let me hit this thing up. I don't know why this thing. Cash App is not for the class. Yeah. So, yeah, but Brother Frank, so be on the lookout for the Manitowoc and the Hoshizaki classes, because you're late to it. Not that you're ever late. I do appreciate you, man. I do appreciate you making all this thing worthwhile. So what I was talking about is just to sum this thing up, if you go to Hoshizaki America, under support, you got training. They've gone now with the calendar. So here's the calendar. They just released this within the last 24 hours. They started to update the training schedule. Dallas is, and so here's Dallas. Let me get out of this. So here's Dallas, which is later on at the end of the month. Well, the middle of the month. I'm sorry. So Dallas is the 15th. This is for Hoshizaki. So you got the 15th, the 16th, and the 17th, because Dallas-Fort Worth is such a big market. And I guarantee you Pepsi is going to be, Pepsi is going to be there in the class. Coke is going to be there in the class. Let me hit this reply for Brother Frank for his contribution. I do appreciate him. And gotcha. All right. So here you go. So that's Dallas. That's coming up this month. Manitowoc, you can look under United Refrigeration, or you can look under, I go under URI events. So under URI events, let me see what is, you can do show all, or you can go by the state. So I will go with Texas. What the hell? I don't see it. It's not showing us Texas. We do have Louisiana that's coming up. And what somebody said earlier, I stress this all the time, do not travel for the classes. You always want to go to the class that is closest to you. You want your distributor, let me go with Baker, you want your distributor to know who you are. That is very important. That's where your calls are going to come from. If you're going to get any calls, that's where your freaking calls are going to come from. Michael Adams, thank you very much for your contribution to the channel. Let me see here. And if you want me to look up a specific area, let me know. So Baker, I go under events. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Okay. All right, Brother Frank. But Manitowoc classes are coming up. Hoshizaki is coming up. The two go hand in hand with the air conditioning, especially this time of year, your PMs and all that kind of stuff. This is the lull period before you have people turning on heat. You don't have that many calls for air conditioning. This is when people are doing the ice machine jobs. I know your situation, but just say you had somebody you're training family members in the business, that type of thing. This is when you would introduce them to ice machines, ice machine cleaning, ice machine preventative maintenance. This is that time, and you want to go to the training classes because you want to make sure that you're able to take care of this kind of stuff. But I hope you and the wife have a good evening, and thank you so much for your believing in the show, contributing to the show. I hope you have a good night. Now let me see here. But yeah, Brother Frank. So Manitowoc stuff. You could look under Baker. You could look under United Refrigeration. And all the classes here, you're going to have to search through. Mike Adams, let me know if there's any particular, I don't know why this stuff isn't working. Let me know if I've addressed your area. Let me know if I've addressed your area. If there's any particular state or something like that I haven't gotten to, let me know. All right, so Cali is not quite yet. Let me see here. Cali's a little funny. They already did a lot of Cali. You're probably not going to start seeing Cali until January. You're only looking at about 3 to 4 trainers per manufacturer that is zigzagging across the country, which is why you hear me saying this is kind of crazy the way they got this guy going, because you got one trainer that's taking care of Florida. And so he's doing Tallahassee, he's doing Orlando, he's doing Miami. So it's kind of crazy to have a guy do Tallahassee on Monday, Miami on Tuesday, and then Orlando on Wednesday. That's nuts. That's freaking nuts. That doesn't make sense at all. And so if you're talking about, Jacksonville, so if you're who was Mike Adams? So Mike Adams is the one that gets that address because he's the one that contributed to the channel. So Mike Adams contributed to the channel. He put it into the Cash App. So he's the one that gets his city addressed. That's how that one works. That's how that one works. So so that's why I say it's kind of wild that they have these guys zigzagging like that. That's why you're seeing these training classes grouped the way they are. So when I see Texas like that, so Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, all those things are grouped together, and that's pretty much handled by one trainer for that manufacturer. Florida is handled by that one trainer. When you see Baltimore, B more, as you guys like to say, that's going to be handled by one trainer that's going to be going up and down the eastern seaboard. You got another trainer. With Manitowoc, I believe it's going to be the British guy that's going to be taking care of California. He took care of it last year. With the Excel spreadsheet that we used to have on Manitowoc, I was able to see that the British trainer, he was doing California. I don't know what that was about. So before all of this ended, for the summer break, they were doing California. So let's see here. I don't foresee California coming up for quite some time. So you're gonna have to wait and see for them to populate. You got to go to Baker. You got to go to URI. You're gonna have to, call up Hoshizaki. You're gonna have to call up Manitowoc. You're gonna have to call up Scotsman. So let's see what Scotsman got. And we should have seen Scotsman on this list. We should have seen Scotsman with United Refrigeration. So it doesn't appear that we are going to find much on Scotsman training before the year is up, because it wasn't on there. So this is the Scotsman list. Let's see what we got here. I don't see anything new. So Mike Adams contributed to the channel. Brother Frank Evans contributed to the channel for this evening. Let's see here what we got. So they were pretty much in Canada. October, Scotsman is all up and down in Canada. Here we got San Antonio for November, McAllen, Texas for November, and then the other guys continuing on. Derek is continuing on in Canada. So you'll see that. So Derek Hill is doing Canada. So there he is, Calgary, and then Burnaby, BC. And then here we go. Whoever the hell ADI America is doing San Antonio and then McAllen. This year, you want to attend the cold draft classes. Will you see a tsunami of freaking cold draft units? The answer is no. The answer is hell no. Okay, so let me address this. So while Williams says he's singing a lot of Hoshizakis just in different names, Hoshizaki just won a lawsuit against Blue Air. Hoshizaki has been copied by Aistro. Aistro copies Manitowoc and Hoshizaki. So it depends on what they want. They decide to take the best of both worlds. So on the Nugget machines, Aistro is using the Hoshizaki style. And on the Cubers, they're using the Manitowoc design. Hoshizaki lawsuit, Blue Air. So Blue Air copied it a little too much. A little too. Oh, damn, there it is. Hold on, let me go back. So Blue Air flew a little too close to the sun. And Hoshizaki won. They won. What you guys don't understand is these manufacturers are who they are because they have patents. Other people aren't supposed to make these machines in the exact same way because they have a patent. But once that patent runs out, these people run wild with the design. So it was stated that Blue Air copied something that they shouldn't have from Hoshizaki, and now Blue Air has lost. Blue Air is Korean, Hoshizaki is Japanese. But yeah, at least I think Blue Air is Japanese. I mean, Korean. Sorry, I don't want to confuse you guys. So yeah, they won. I haven't seen, and since this lawsuit came out, I haven't installed any Blue Air ice machines. I haven't even serviced any Blue Air ice machines. When Blue Air first came out with their ice machines, I was installing these suckers left, right, and center. Left, right, and center. So I'm going to make this bigger. So this was just September 17, 2024, that Hoshizaki won this lawsuit against Blue Air for copyright infringement. Even Atosa makes units that are copying off of, I think it's like off of Manitowoc. So some of everybody is copying either Manitowoc or Hoshizaki. The Tosa unit is kind of using some cold draft parts and Manitowoc design. It's a really funky mix that doesn't quite work all that well. But that's what Tosa wants to train you guys about. And so before we, all right, I guess you guys bought a few more minutes. Is there anything else you guys wanted me to address before we wrap this thing up? Brother Frank and Mike Adams bought you guys a little more time to get some things addressed. But there are a number of other knockoffs. Let me see. Aistro America, which is actually owned by one of the big manufacturers. Purchased Aistro. Let me see. It should be down here at the bottom. Yeah, Middleby. So Middleby owns Aistro. They own the ice and they own the soft serve. What used to be a very large chain of soft serve. Yeah, let me see. It was under not Well-Built. It was under Wellspring. So the name changed a couple times, but Wellspring, some of you might know the Wellspring name. You would buy this franchise. You would have to use this particular machine for the soft serve. You had no other options but use that machine. And so when Middleby bought them, They bought them primarily for the ice because Middleby didn't have any other ice. And they ended up with this to go along to complement Taylor. So now they have, Middleby owns this and Taylor. Let me see here. What I'm doing is I'm trying to tell you, you're going to have to contact Istro to see when they're having their next training class. They don't announce it. They don't put anything out. I have to beat them upside the head for them to tell me any damn thing. Any damn thing. So Middleby has, yeah, they own Pitco and all that other stuff. Pitco, they own Ultra Fryer and all that now. They own Blodgett with the pizza ovens. Let me see if it's under beverage. They still have some very old training stuff out there. So yeah, so now they're bragging on, yeah, so they own Follett. So they go Follett, Istro. Follett didn't have a cube machine. So now with Istro, now they have cube, they have nugget, and then they have the Follett gray ice thing that belches out of the tube. So like I explained to another contributor to the show, Follett is your Chick-fil-A. So you can have Chick-fil-A ice using Hoshizaki nugget machines or Follett with their ice ride system. Those are the two ice machines that Follett is using. All right, you guys are very quiet, but these are the brands that are under Middleby, and this is all strategic. Why these people own what they own. Oh yeah, I forgot about Annette's. When I did my video about deep fryers, I completely forgot about Annette's. I have hardly any Annette's in my market. I have hardly any BKI in my market. You guys saw me install that beach oven, the duck oven, for that one. It's a very famous restaurant here now. Oh, let's see here. They own the CTX. They're pretty big in that. So here's the crown. This is the tilted skillet. This is the exact same thing that I'm. Oh yeah, it's a South Bend. I'm sorry. I'm working on that South Bend unit. This is their name, not mine. It looks like douche for the beer. I'm gonna look into this. Eastwood. I've never worked on one of those. Here's your Follett. Never worked on that. Free Flavor Burst, which is actually Flavor Burst, which is HC Duke. I believe that's for the Duke system. There's Istro. So you got a bunch of stuff that is sold worldwide. Clopper, that is the bin. That is an ice machine. They own Marvell, so this is the scientific stuff. So that whole scientific department, they got that. This is your Middleby Marshall. I don't really deal with Middleby Marshall. This is your Nico. This is your batch broiler. That is your Dairy Queen. That is, oh shoot, not just Dairy Queen. That is your, yeah, it's your Dairy Queen. It is your Burger King. So this is the backup unit for Burger King. If they don't want Duke, they can get this to put the burgers in. Nuvu, so there's your Subway. There's your Pitco, which is your Five Guys. South Bend, which is the unit that I got. That's the tilted skillet, which is on the South Bend. So they're really getting into that. Sinesso, which is a coffee. They bought a whole thing. So here's your Taylor. There's Taylor. So Taylor's owned by Middleby, and then they bought that other one for that. Here's your Uline commercial. I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, I didn't know Uline. Yes, they bought this. They turned Uline commercial into this. So Uline commercial is for your Starbucks and stuff like that. That is the Joe. So you will find Uline commercial in Starbucks. And they got everything split. Uline has been real douchey. Uline has always been douchey. ever since I was a little kid dealing with a 15-year-old dealing with Uline, they've been douchey. But this is a synergy of brands. Because Uline is owned by Middleby, they're able to take the other Middleby products, slap the Uline name on it. See, I bet you guys didn't even know that this was a thing. I hope you guys can still hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can still hear me. It says I got 60% with the audio. It's saying my audio dropped out. But I bet you guys didn't realize this stuff was out there. But yeah, it is. Commercial reach-ins under the Uline name. And I don't even want to tell you where you might find these, but you might find these at a very famous steak chain that is nationwide. It's a top. It's not your Ruth Chris, but it's a very common name. So they're able to use these different brands to sell product that otherwise might not be marketed or sold. And this is a freezer that's a 110, not 220. It's a 110. So taking some of these other lines that are in another country, they're able to. Nobody wants to buy a Hang Sang freezer, but guess what? They'll buy a Uline. They'll buy a Uline commercial. They don't give a damn about burning the Uline name. So if it doesn't work out, so what? Uline's not really known for prep tables and all that. Big freaking deal. Big whoop. But chances are, if I look this up, chances are a lot of this stuff is going to be from, yeah. See, a knockoff of Hoshizaki. Condiment rail. Hoshizaki knockoff stuff. Pass through. Let me see this blast chiller. I doubt if they're going to tell us where this is from, but more than likely this is going to be that Scandinavian stuff. This is going to be a European. Let's see if we can find it. Thanks for bearing with me going down this R452A. So like Mike Sneed said, here's your -40 Fahrenheit. This doesn't go quite to that -100 like those other medical blast chillers, but you know, -40 is good enough for your ice cream and stuff like that. -40 is good enough. And this is a 15-incher. Keep in mind, this is a 15-incher. Get the hell out of here. This is only 15 inches. That's nuts. It says 70. No, that doesn't make sense. All right. I don't know why they say it's 15. This clearly says this is 30 and it's 77 inches tall. I don't know why they're calling it a 15. I don't know why they're calling this a 15. Who knows? But, maybe it's 15 because it holds 15 trays. 10 trays, 15 trays, 5 trays. Back to your 110. But Uline commercial. Okay, good. You guys can hear me. So that's your Uline commercial. So Uline commercial, their current big name client is Starbucks. So I've seen some of their Big Joe. They folded the Big Joe under the Uline because they actually took a 15-inch Uline unit and then stuck a pour head on it. It's noisy as hell too. That damn thing is noisy. I don't know what they're doing. They got some quality issues going on the Uline side. I used to be cool with Uline, not anymore. Not anymore. So that's our little rabbit hole thing with Middleby. Middleby bought Viking and all that other stuff from the residential side, and they started taking some of their stuff from the commercial side and injecting it into Viking. They took the Uline side from the residential and started injecting it into the commercial. Fun times. Just fun times. And I forgot to mention Annette's. I have As far as my experience with a nets in my market, I have a nets with the pasta cookers. So if you guys see me work on the pasta cookers, some were Imperial, but 90% of the time they were a nets. So here's your Ultra Fryer, Perfect Fry, Pitco, and then a nets. So other than that, there's the pasta cooker. That's the big one in my market. That's what they're known for here. All right, but I think we're gonna wrap this up. We're at 2 hours. I want to thank you all for contributing to the channel. Please subscribe. Let somebody else know. We are at 700. Let me see here. Let's see what we got here. I'm at 720 plus followers. I need to get to 1,000. I hope you guys like the little golden penguin I put out for the screensaver. I didn't get a chance to. It didn't work out with the penguin is standing on a mountain of ice cubes, and this is my big joke when I always talk to Hoshizaki distributors, that their prices are, they price their parts according to the weight of how much they weigh in gold. So Hoshizaki parts are extremely expensive. Yeah, I'm only at 727 subscribers, but my viewership numbers, are way better. It's crazy. 73,000 views. But if I can get to 1,000, especially if I get a little over 1,000, I can get sponsorship for the show, get some stuff like that. Maybe I can get Testo to sponsor the show, that type of thing. That is the goal, not to get money from you guys, but to get money from people like Testo, that type of thing, because I'm a big Testo user. This is the Testo vacuum pump, A2L approved, and right now they are giving you a 552i. Ooh, they are giving you a 552i smart probe free when you buy this. So I got this one from URI. I got this flyer from URI. I don't know how long it's going to last. They say it's a $220 value. I don't know about that. Right now, I'm a little torn. All right, so they're saying this thing should be over with already. It said it ended 9:30. If I were you, I would talk to your local URI distributor, because they have the ability to extend some of these promotions. I'm currently torn between Testo, JB, and Milwaukee with a new vacuum pump. I've learned that the Milwaukee battery can be used with the JB vacuum pump as well. So I don't have to worry about getting an adapter for the vacuum pump. But I wonder what's up with the Testo. And then now, if you guys don't know, you have Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight has the vacuum pump. I don't want to do the map gas. There it is. Has the vacuum pump. Let me go with Icon. So they got vacuum pumps that are battery. Yes. So you got the Hercules, and that is a really attractive price. It's going to be made by one of the top companies. This is not like this is made by a knockoff company. So at 139, I mean, this is really attractive to me. I was somewhere when I needed, man, especially when I was working in the back of that Kroger the other day. I really did not want to have to run the extension cords and all that other stuff. But I could have sworn there was another one. I think they have another vacuum pump. And I can always get an adapter to run my Milwaukee batteries on this Hercules, on this Harbor Freight vacuum pump that is in stock. It's in stock. So they now have this sucker in stock everywhere. Everywhere. Chances are they're starting with this look. Yeah, and it says compared to the Navac because it's freaking made by Navac. So instead of spending $500 for the Navac, you can get the Harbor Freight for $139. And chances are it's made by, and it's a two-stage. It's a two-stage going down to 23 microns. So all you guys are, oh man, but can it get down there? Look, it gets down to 23 microns. I don't know about you, but I'm not sticking around for no damn 23 microns. I get down to the 500 and call it a day. But this is not bad. If you need a vacuum pump to get you down to your 500, you can now go to Harbor Freight and get the battery operated vacuum pump and call it a day. This is going to work for any one of your units, Structural Concept, True, Hoshizaki Ice Machine. This works for any of those. I can't speak on a rack system for a grocery store. I've seen AC Graves use the Navac battery unit, the same small one, and he was able to do it. There's plenty of videos out there. Check it out for yourself. But as far as working on a self-contained unit, this little guy will do it. This Harbor Freight brushless battery operated unit will do the job. And now you can use your Hercules batteries, so you're good to go. And with that, I am going to leave you guys. And once again, thank Frank Evans and Michael Adams for contributing to the show. Please check me out on Instagram. That's where I do live stuff on Instagram. I'll flash let me see if I have my banner stuff. And please, any question you have, you can put the questions in the comments after the videos. I see each and every one of those. There's my Instagram QR code. You can tap on that. That takes you to my channel. That's why I do live stuff. You can ask me questions while I'm working on things or just anything I find to be interesting. That's the QR code for Zelle if you want to contribute to the show with that. And we'll be back with more training stuff on Thursday. I'll address any of your questions then. So thank you guys for subscribing to the channel, contributing to the channel. It's much appreciated. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.
We are same, but different, but still same.